Alright, it's day 269. Today was a pretty good day. Wasn't like a crazy work day, but I made good progress, so that's all that matters. Yeah, I got a working script, a working scraper that scrapes TikTok leads. And I don't have it running right now because I'm not satisfied with it. Well, I mean, that's like not a good way to put it. I could have it running right now and I could probably scrape, I don't know, like 10 to 10,000 leads an hour. Well, that's 10,000 emails, not just profiles. So 10,000 emails an hour. So it's like I could get that 100K in a day. I could get what my target is for next month in a day. But what I really want to do is I want to scrape every single profile on TikTok that has an email in their bio and just have a massive fucking database of all of it. So to do that, I need a massive scraper. So I need to basically 10x my current speed, which is fine. It's not gonna be too much harder. Like I have the fucking engine, you know what I mean? Like now I'm just like fucking with the wheels and shit and throwing on a turbo, you know? It's like the car is built though. So I'm in a good fucking position. But yeah, that shit's interesting. I mean, I'm building something that's gonna provide massive fucking value because, I mean, these leads are just gonna be insane. So I never really thought I would go into like the developer world and the coding world. I never planned it, but it just kind of happened, and this is like a requirement, honestly, for my business, because I'm probably gonna have to do some other shit too for emails, because to be sending millions of emails a month for not a ridiculous amount of money, you need to set up your own, not infrastructure, but I don't fully understand it, but you basically set up your own like user interface and then you utilize someone else's sending platform. But it's incredibly cheap. Like if I wanted to send 20 million emails a month, it would be $2,000. Like that's insanely cheap. You get quoted in like the tens of thousands from anyone else. So I'll have to set that up too. That's more like developer work. But honestly, with AI, it is so fucking easy. Like it is so easy. If you have a fucking coding project, yo, like I don't know the first thing about coding, and I got a working script going. And it's like pretty like intermediate, like advanced script. Like I'm like reverse engineering like one of the biggest apps, the biggest app in the world, and I'm like extracting data from it. You know, like that's holds some weight to it. So, and I don't know fucking shit. This is like all AI. I found this super cool app that is like a code editor, that it's AI, it's all the best AIs, and it just like edits your code directly, and it just gives you spits out the final version, and it like it fucking works. So game changer for me in productivity. So I'm about to fucking move. And yeah, I mean the biggest bottleneck between my current script and the one that's gonna be, you know, doing 100K, 200K an hour is just authentication. Which, because like it's not, how do I describe this? It's like, because what I'm doing is kind of on the back end and it's like private data points. It's not private data, but it's like not like public. It's hard to explain. Like it is public, but it's not like advertised, if that makes sense. So it's like every time you access it, you need forms of authentication, and you get that from the app. Like when the app makes the request, I'm emulating an app, basically the app to the server. So I'm emulating that. And in the app, there's a bunch of authentication pieces, like they're called like tokens, headers, and parameters that you all need. And it's like a fucking, like, there's like fucking 80 lines of this shit of just like the most hashed out, like, lines of like nothingness. They're just like random letters and numbers. And so you need like valid ones. And apparently they expire after a certain amount of requests or hours or days. I haven't had one expire yet, but I do assume that if I was going really fast and putting in a lot of requests, they would expire, invalidate. And then the other part is like they enforce rate limiting because you have to emulate the app, you know what I mean? Otherwise you're gonna get blocked. So if you look suspicious, like if I'm making like 10 times the amount of requests from one session with the same tokens, the server's gonna know that that's not an app, and they're gonna be like, nah, shut this guy down, you know, don't give him that. So what you have to do is you have to fucking take what you call proxies, and you like spoof your IP address to somewhere else in the country. And so then instead of making 10 requests from the same place, you're making 10 different requests at the same time, or very similar, like 0.1 seconds, all from different places. And then you also need other authentication tokens. And that's gonna be, I think, the hardest part, because the way I have it set up now is I just like, I have like a version of TikTok that I'm able to access the requests made to the server. So I just took basically what the app's authentication tokens and put that in my script, and it's been working. But like I would need to do that 10 times, like every half hour or something, or sooner. So I have to build like, so I basically have to build like another script to put these, to get these authentication tokens from the app. And by from the app, like I mean a real app session. So I have to get fucking emulators, which an emulator is just like a fucking phone, like a whole nother phone that you're running on your computer. It's not that hard to set up, but I would need 10, like basically 10 emulators, 10 phones running on my computer, virtual computer. And then I have a script, another script running that's taking all the requests, parsing the information, getting the tokens, and then putting that into a file that my other, like my scraping script is using. And then it's just like boom, authenticated. And then you just like rotate the proxies. The proxies are a little easier to implement, but so I hope that makes sense of like where I am at in the project. Once I have those two things like solid, I'm about to scrape fucking millions of leads. Millions. I'm gonna scrape all of them. Guarantee you, I'm scraping every single last one of them. And then, yeah, that's really it. So I'm still kind of neck deep in the coding work, but soon enough, I'll be more creative, email and printing fucking cash, generating revenue. So February 1st is the launch date for this business. First email's going out, and then should take off from there. So yeah, plan's looking good. I'm feeling good, and I'll see you all tomorrow.